because nothing will hold us down.
Is your car old?
Well, kinda.
Do you like saving money?
Who doesn't?
How does 20% off sound to you?
Wait, what?
Mindy Pluma at All-Star Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram can save you a ton of money this September. 20% off Chrysler 300s, Dodge Chargers, Dodge Journeys, Ram 1500s, and Jeep Cherokees. That could be up to $6,000 off. Call Mindy Pluma today at 314-288-5393. All-Star Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram at the intersection of Interstate 70 and St. Charles Rock Road. She'll treat you like an all-star and save you a ton of money. Don't wait. Call her now. Call Mindy Pluma with All-Star Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram at 314-288-5393. That's 314-288-5393. Call now.
Who's ready for a little sports news that you can use?
It is what it is. The Zero G Network and Riot Radio present
The Average Joe Sports Report.
Sports for the Average Joe by the Average Joe.
All right. What is up, everybody? This is Andrew Grass with a very special live version of the Average Joe Sports Report right here on the Zero G Network. I'm pretty excited about this today because my stupid ass forgot to record this thing earlier this week. So that's why we're doing a live version of it, because we didn't want the few sports fans that we have to miss out on this beautiful, beautiful sports presentation. So since we don't have any NFL, and since the Blues don't start until next week, we're going to make it a little more baseball intensive as usual. So the Cardinals did everything they could in the last week of the season, winning 5 of their last 6 games, but the Giants just wouldn't lose when the Cardinals needed them to. And the Cardinals have officially missed the playoffs for the first time since 2010. Now, there's many questions going into the offseason for the Cardinals, among which are Jaime Garcia, Jordan Walden, Matt Holliday, Brandon Moss. What are they going to do about the defense? What are they going to do with Matt Adams? A lot of questions. So the first question is, will the Cardinals pick up Jaime Garcia's $12 million option? Now, he had his worst full season of his career, going 10-13 with a 4.67 ERA, but pitched the second most amount of innings in a single season in his career. The downside of this also is he gave up more home runs this last season than any of his other 2 seasons combined. Now, he just turned 30 years old. He's left-handed, and besides this past season, he's been an above-average to fantastic pitcher, which makes him valuable. And $12 million in the grand scheme of things in Major League Baseball is not a huge sum of money when it comes to a reasonably decent starting pitcher. I think they should keep him and then trade him. Get something of value for him for all of the garbage the Cardinals have put up with him for the past 8 seasons. So the next question is, have we seen the last of Matt Holliday? It's already been announced publicly that his $17 million extension will not be picked up. It will be declined by the Cardinals because it was a $1 million team option. So no matter what, even if he retired, he's still going to make $1 million this year, even if he doesn't set foot on the field. Now, there is the possibility he could be brought back on a team-friendly deal, or he could sign as a free agent by another American League team looking for a DH, because his outfield days are surely done. And the thing is, he still hit 20 home runs in part-time action this season, so he's clearly got a homer stroke. I did that for you, Freeze. So I think he's gone. I think his days with the Cardinals are officially up. Lesser-known free agent for the Cardinals, or a lesser-known possibility, is Jordan Walden. He was actually picked up as part of the big Jason Hayward trade, where you had Jason Hayward and Jordan Walden coming over for Shelby Miller and some other schmuck who we don't care about. Now, this upcoming season, he has a $5.25 million team option. Problem is he's had a lot of shoulder issues since he came over to the Cardinals. I doubt his option is picked up. I'm pretty sure he's going to go and become a free agent. Brandon Moss is a free agent after hitting 28 home runs this year for the Cardinals. However, when the Cardinals needed him most at the end of the season, he crapped the bed, going 7 for 95 at the end of the season. And also, he struck out 141 times in only 413 at-bats. So basically, for you people who don't know how to do math, I'm looking at you, Freeze, he struck out more than more than 1 out of every 3 times he went to bat. That is awful, even with the powers that he had. Now, the Cardinals had a massive rise in home run hitting this season, hitting 225 home runs, the second most in Major League Baseball, only behind the Toronto Blue Jays. Compared to last year, when they hit 137 home runs, so again, for those of you who are not mathematically inclined, that's an 88 home run jump, which was 6th least in Major League Baseball. The Cardinals actually had 6 hitters who eclipsed the 20 home run mark, including Brandon Moss, Jeff Jerko, Matt Carpenter, Matt Holliday, Randall Grichuk, and Steven Piscotty. Quite frankly, if Aledmys Diaz hadn't gotten injured, he probably would have hit 20 home runs or more this season also. It would have been easy for him to do so. First baseman Matt Adams is eligible for arbitration this year and had another overall decent year, but he's just not doing what the Cardinals expected, which is to hit for around 280, about 15 to 20 dingers, and play an average first base. He did show a penchant for pitch hitting this season, going 12 for 36 with 5 doubles and 3 home runs and only 37 pinch hits. So they could bring him back. He is arbitration eligible, so he shouldn't get too expensive, but is he the long-term solution at first base? I don't know. The Cardinals have found their shortstop of the very near future, so what do the Cardinals do with Johnny Peralta? And by the way, that very near future is Aledmys Diaz, the previously mentioned one. So Johnny Peralta's got a $10 million salary. He's going to be 35 years old by the end of next year. So do you move him to third? Maybe move Matt Carpenter to first? Have Wong at second? Diaz at short? And then you have Jerko kind of fill in all over the place? I don't know. You never know. I could see them trying to clear up some salary space. And he's a free agent after next year, so no matter what, after the end of next year, he will definitely not be a Cardinal. Next question is, how much money does Trevor Rosenthal get in arbitration? This was the guy who has been our closer for a few years now, and he had a really awful year overall. He kind of picked things up at the end of the season after he came back from his stint on the DL. But he's already getting paid $7 million. And if you've got a guy who can't not walk people as your closer, where you have to be pretty much lights out, I don't know if you're going to keep paying him, $9 or $10 million. Now, there's already talk that the Cardinals want to increase their athleticism and defensive capability because they were just awful this season. So they're talking about bringing in a new center fielder and then moving Randall Grichuk into left to replace the departing Matt Holliday. Now, Ben Fredrickson of the Post-Dispatch wrote a great article outlining some of the likeliest options the Cardinals could approach. The list includes the names of Kevin Kiermaier of the Tampa Bay Rays, Diamondback A.J. Pollock, free agent Carlos Gomez, Pirate Andrew McCutchen, Chicago White Sox Adam Eaton, Rocky Charlie Blackmon, free agent Ian Desmond, Chicago Cub Dexter Fowler. It's a great list of players with varying degrees of defensive capability. So I would really prefer a free agent pickup over a trade just because you only have to outlay money and not players and money. Ian Desmond signed with the Rangers on a 1-year deal and moved from shortstop to center field for the Rangers and displayed a pretty good penchant for playing in the outfield, but he's just okay. Desmond is also a pretty good average hitter, pretty good on the base paths, regularly stealing 20 or more bases while also hitting 20 or more home runs. He has a career batting average of .267, but really not much of an on-base percentage, with a career OBP of just .316. Carlos Gomez also finished the year with the Texas Rangers after being released by the Houston Astros this past August. He just got done with a 4-year, $28 million deal. So he'd be expensive, but could likely be had on a 1-year prove-it deal. And when he played with Texas, he actually finished off the year really hot, hitting .284 with a .362 on-base percentage and a .554 slug, hitting 8 home runs in only 33 games. That averages out, if he plays 160 games, to 40 home runs in a season, and that would be a hell of a pickup. So, we shall see what happens with the Cardinals next year, but that's going to be it for the Average Joe Sports Report. It's going to be a really short one today because I know Tweak Geeks is coming up next. There's going to be all sorts of very cool stuff about tech, some nerd stuff, because, well, I mean, I love listening to it. Every week when I'm at work, sending out emails to people. Thank you all for listening this week, folks. It's been a hell of a time. It's been quick. It's been short, which is pretty much like most of the sexual encounters I have with my wife. So, thank you, everybody, for listening. See you next week. Bye!
I ain't got Freeze's radio voice. I definitely don't belong in front of a camera.
It is what it is. Just tell them what you do.
The AV Lab is an affordable media company that specializes in professional video and audio production. Do you need equipment or trained professionals for your next project? Well, we serve many people, including businesses, organizations, athletes, and musicians. With years of experience in the conference room and on the sidelines, the AV Lab can get you noticed and help you reach for your goals.
Will you finish this? Just give them the number.
Call the AV Lab today at 314-722-8522 and learn how we can help with your corporate videos, business conferences and events, highlight reels, and much, much more. Call 314-722-8522 today.